Does anybody here want to talk about Angel Reese, Shaq on Angel Reese's podcast?
Yes, please. That shit was crazy. It was
crazy.
Yes, it was fucking crazy.
Please expound.
Elaborate.
So it's really disappointing because I love Shaq. Shaq had Angel Reese on his podcast.
No, he was on her
she was on.
He went on hers.
I saw the background right. He's on her podcast, and he's talking about. He's being playful, talking about marketing ideas, you know, and he's like, you know, if you would wear those short shorts that y'all wore, that you wore on Wild 'N Out, your sales would go through the roof, right? That's the basic gist of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to cut him off, and I almost wish we could play it because, like, you got to hear the discomfort. She tries to, like, end the conversation, change conversation. He says it again, and she's kind of like chill. Basically, the vibe is like chill. I'm just saying.
She said chill multiple times.
Yeah, she said chill multiple times. So for me, it was just creepy to me and weird. Like, and I'm not saying Shaq had bad intentions. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what's in Shaq's brain. He seems like a good dude. Every time I've seen him, he's a great dude. But he's too damn old for that shit. Angel Reese is 22?
She's young.
She's young. I got kids older than Angel Reese. Angel Reese is 22 years old. Shaq is he's way older than me. He's in his 50s. Mm-hmm. You can't be talking to no young girl about her short shorts, especially when she's uncomfortable. And I'm not talking about if it's a different situation, but she's uncomfortable when you're too old for that shit. It felt creepy, and I think a lot of old heads should look at that video and realize that that's how we look when we be trying to holler at girls that's younger than our kids.
I saw a lot of young girls tweeting and shit was like, I hate when older dudes talk to me. It makes me feel like, it was a whole bunch of them was just like, yo, somebody gets it. Like, I hate that shit. Like, bro, go talk to somebody else. Like,
right.
You lost me at the end of, at the last part of your statement, though, which was when older dudes try to holler at a younger girl.
Not saying he did. I'm just saying that's what.
But that's what we're talking about right this second.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was trying to holler at her.
This is someone that you invited on your podcast. Mm-hmm. This is someone who on air referred to you as a sister.
Yes.
So why is it the old guy talking to me in a creepy way, trying to holler or in a way that's making me uncomfortable versus an older athlete who is probably one of the best at branding and marketing and doing commercials,
arguably the best,
right? Yeah, 100%. Why is it not that person giving me a great business idea?
You can give that idea.
I'm just asking a question.
You can give that in a.
I don't have a horse in this.
You can give that in a different way. But I think it's important to read the room too. She was uncomfortable.
That part is important.
She was not okay with it. I'm not saying, I don't think Shaq was trying to holler at her. I think he looks at her as a little sister and treats her as a mentor, and she looks at him as a mentor. But if your mentor is suddenly talking about your little ass shorts, that shit is weird.
See, and that's where my problem kick in at right there. Because y'all know I am super Angel Reese Hive. Like, I don't even speak on something if she's not in a proper light. I won't even talk about it.
Good. I could have used you last week.
Yeah. But with all that being said, one of her biggest critiques about everybody else is that she's being sexualized. What do you expect to happen? Not saying it's right or anything, but you don't see a lot of the other WNBA stars claim that they're being sexualized. You also don't see them the way she presents herself.
Yeah, people.
There is a correlation there.
You can't argue about being hypersexualized by society if you wear things that are basically like, wow, look at me in a sexual way.
I disagree. I think there is a correlation. However, if I am 22 years old and I'm wearing short shorts, I shouldn't be shocked that there's memes about me. I shouldn't be shocked that there's 28-year-old men saying, yo, Angel Reese, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's all fair game because that's what you're signing up for. And there's nothing wrong with women being sexual and showing their bodies. They have a right to do that without being mistreated.
We're not talking about
I know. I'm just establishing that so later on people don't say, well, what about...
I agree.
But a 50-plus-year-old man doing some creepy shit is not fair game just because I'm wearing short shorts.
It ain't just the short shorts.
Or
this
whatever.
ain't no one-time thing.
I'm saying, or whatever.
That's my point.
No, she be outside and she wears shit that 22-year-olds wear.
She makes sure to show off my shit.
Yes, but what I'm saying is
so people are going to comment on that.
Not just that, so the 50-year-old man now is supposed to be blind?
No, he's supposed to remember that he's a 52-year-old man.
But he did that by not sexualizing her and in turn giving her a grand business idea.
An idea
and a
for
few
marketing.
days later, I wish I knew the other young lady's name, the athlete girl. She signed, when her sexy pictures went out a few days later, she announced a brand deal.
The girl Jada.
This kind of reminds me of the
Ethica deal.
Yes.
I think her name is Jada.
This kind of reminds me
and
of
she
that.
got a deal for
Ethica.
for the gym clothes. Yeah. So what would be the difference? Hey, it's the same thing we got on I want to say that's Bill Maher's ass.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
We
With,
got on
Hawk
Bill
Tua.
Maher's ass for the Hawk Tua girl when he sounded like a creepy old man saying you should start a podcast and transfer your audience and do something with your notoriety. Not even a month later, she took his advice.
Her numbers was
And
going crazy.
she has one of the top performing podcasts in the country. So
Nothing wrong with giving advice. He sounded to people, including, I can't say what Angel thought, but I know how she responded. She responded like she was uncomfortable. And the people watching,
Fix your mic. Let me hear you in the mic.
like Ice was saying, a lot of the women watching were like, oh, I know how that feels. I feel uncomfortable when that happens. We got to take into consideration that what we're doing, regardless of our intentions, is making people uncomfortable. That has to matter. It's like when somebody says some racist shit. It's like, I didn't mean it to be racist. Yeah, but if we all felt like, yo, that was some racist shit, we might want to think about that.
See, where I shoot Shaq some bail in this though.
the word uncomfortable has turned into like
Yeah,
Yeah, it has.
uncomfortable is a very, very overused
serious.
I
word.
shoot Shaq Bell because he kind of, all right, look, if you constantly gonna be out here showing off, wearing the short shit, showing off, hey, dunk in it.
Make some money off
Make
that
some
shit.
money off of it. That's now, once she responded and showed that she was visually uncomfortable with that, I would have left it alone.
True. Right.
True.
At that point,
I
I would have left that alone.
with that.
I'm
I
not
agree.
mad at him saying that though. It's like, yo, dog. It's like when somebody tell you, if you're gonna be out here shaking in your ass and showing, yo, go get paid.
But
Monetize
he probably looked at it as an OG that even if you say you're uncomfortable, I'm just telling you what I'm telling you.
And you
I'm
know
not
why?
trying to make you
And
uncomfortable.
know why I'm mad at the internet? The internet react without considering people's lineups. Like Shaq roster don't say to me that he got to be on air trying to bag or make Angel Reese uncomfortable.
I think
I don't think he's trying.
It don't seem like
I don't
he's
think
not
he's trying. I think that's the
with
point.
Ice. I'm agreeing with everything.
But he should
Ice
be
said.
able to recognize that and pivot.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes,
being a pro.
hold on, wait, stop. Sometimes the older niggas, when they telling you something, they don't give a fuck how they make you feel. It's just from the era they come from.
And that's a problem.
That's not-
I
that's
agree
not-
with that.
And that's a problem.
That's not the intent. It's like, yo, chill, ma. I'm trying to tell you something. You should do this. Can you imagine this? They're
I'm
just
with
trying
him
to-
a little bit. Good
But
advice
down
is
the-
good
listen,
advice,
but
whether
there's
you're
a way to
uncomfortable
say
with it or
it.
not.
There's
That's
a way
not
to say-
true.
But I have to
That's
ask you
not
for
true.
that. Well, first off, who are you to just volunteer this advice? I
I'm
didn't
Shaq.
need that. Don't matter.
You asked me.
Somebody that I
And that's his.
Wait,
that's
you
a
asked
mentor.
me, and that is my answer. I'm Shaquille O'Fucking-Neal.
True, and if I'm looking at you like Lil Sis, right? Because I'm agreeing with everything I said. I think Shaq had great intentions. But if I'm looking at you like Lil Sis, no little sister wants to imagine Big Bro looking at my ass in the booty shorts.
Boom.
That's gonna make me feel uncomfortable.
There's no trust.
I think. Oh man.
I hear what you're saying. Ish.
Then stop calling me little sis. Hey, and let me stop calling you big bro. Because if I'm giving you sound advice and you think I'm imagining you in your fucking booty shorts dunking the ball, then we not,
And
Joe, let me ask you a question.
we're not
hold on,
having
hold
the
on.
same conversation.
And you know where else this gets tricky? She's Reebok, signed to Reebok. Shaq and AI are like VPs.
Reebok
so
and
legends, yeah.
So now basically, yeah, but now you can't, in today's society, you can't be sitting here making folks uncomfortable and they work for you damn near. You opening up yourself to some other shit now.
I mean, there's a legal piece to it. You're 100% right.
Everybody in society today, honestly, y'all are right, should have comfort.
But it's also a way to do it. Joe, look at it like this. Look at it like this, right? Think about it like this. Think about it like this. If Shaq were having that same conversation with one of Kobe's daughters, right? You think he would have said it that same way?
He wouldn't have a conversation like that
Wait.
with Kobe's daughters.
Nor would he have said it the same way. Kobe's daughters are not podcasters.
And they're not out there posting and
I'm saying in the same-
doing the thing,
Yes.
sexualizing themselves like she's doing.
No, I'm saying my point was, under the same circumstances, there are people who he would have treated differently in that way. In the same way that if one of my daughters was up here, none of y'all would have been like, yeah, them little ass shorts. Y'all would have, what you might have said to my daughter, right? I would imagine you would say, yo, all y'all young girl, all y'all kids out there dressing all crazy and stuff, why don't you use those same outfits to make some money, right? That's different than, I saw you in them little ass shorts, girl. It's the energy. It's not the advice that I'm criticizing.
But that could also go
It's the way.
that could also speak to their level of comfort.
True.
If I talk to you like that and we fly like that, I might say it that way.
But a lot of times the problem is old men become predators in that way.
I'm not.
You know, a lot of OGs got the little sis and they little sister, they get a little drinks, and next thing you know, they try and hit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that happens. Or people pretend to be old heads till it's time to hit.
I'm not going to disagree with that, but I'm going to keep this in context. We don't know that. We don't know Shaquille O'Neal to have a history of that.
He don't.
And this is Shaquille O'Neal we're talking about.
But that's my point.
Also, all of that you said is speculative because we do not know that under the same exact pretenses, he would not give that advice to Kobe's daughter if all things were alike. If Kobe's daughter was running around, rest in peace to Mamba. If Kobe's daughter is running around in a certain manner, presenting herself in a certain manner, and has a podcast to discuss all things culture and lifestyle related, then yeah, hey, I might give that advice. Hey, if I have your daughter on and she's doing all of those things, I could believe that I'm giving great advice to my man's daughter who I love.
I think you would. I just don't think you say it like that.
I wouldn't be looking at it like I'm trying to do some creepy shit with Mark's daughter. Even that even sounds creepy.
Exactly, but that's my point. It's not the advice, it's the delivery. And at that moment, he didn't sound like Big Bro. He sounded like just a regular nigga talking to a young girl. And that's the point. Let me be clear. I don't think Shaq had bad
that's
intentions.
true, then never speak to him again.
I don't think Shaq had bad intentions. I think sometimes two things happen. One, you get too comfortable. And two, sometimes we don't realize how old we are. We forget literally how old we are. We've been hollering at 20-year-olds our whole life at 25, 30. And then when we get too old to holler at 20-year-olds or 25-year-olds, we still talk like we young and we not young. We too old for that shit.
Niggas still think they can dunk.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Shaq had a bad intention at all. I just
don't think so
just pay attention and read the room. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.